You already know who it is, man. It's Ross A Visual, the place where you get the real content, no fabrication or add to the legend. A lot of you guys want to know where did I derive from. Let me give you a little bit of backstory. I'm a joint up out of the Crenshaw and Slauson area, a close member and friend of Nip. I'm off 10th Avenue, Dime Block to be exact. Founder, creator, you know what I mean? Ran with the goons, you know what I mean? Voice of the underworld. Yes, all that. Most importantly, I'm on my marathon. TMC, y'all, the marathon continue. Long live hustle. What's happening with y'all? How y'all doing out there? Huh? Are y'all good? Y'all good out there? Are y'all blessed and highly favored? Better than being 33 years old, broke and emotional. Huh? Yeah, youngsters out here got it hard out here, y'all. God bless the child that has his own. Everybody out there have emotion. What's going on? One thing, I was talking to Eddie Boy the other day, and one thing that resonated with me when he was talking to me, he like, nobody talking about RW. Everybody is hashtagging free Big U. Nobody is talking about the youngster. The world's so desensitized. I mean, just food for thought. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to pull at y'all heartstrings or anything, but I'm just saying, where's the uproar? Ain't nobody appalled. Ain't nobody hurt. Nobody screaming for justice. No, just free Big U. I could dig it. Huh? Oh, okay, get your thug on. I could dig it. Yeah, that just let me know what's going on around here. You know what I mean? I come from an era where, unfortunately and fortunately, you know, the '60s, the rolling '60s, we had dominance, dominance. It was handed over to us like that. But I also got to put an asterisk tag by that shit that was handed over to us. Yeah, I got to put an asterisk tag by it. Why, Rose? Why? I got to put an asterisk tag by it because y'all got niggas like Rodney Glaze telling, sliding, and snitching. A lot of y'all niggas, the white man would say that a nigga like Rodney Hayes was ahead of the curve, light years ahead of his time. Because look at what's going on now. Streets is a myth. But bro, our foes, man, them niggas was fighting a good fight without the debriefing. That's where I'm standing at. I'm a leader of men. I'm called a spade, ball a ball, strike a strike. Yeah, y'all was savage and all that. But y'all was some savage ass snitching niggas. Food for thought. Black man, once I discovered God, I started moving differently. Nah, for real though. Once I discovered who I was, I started moving differently. My principle changed. My enemy changed. I stopped bending corners and looking for myself. You know what I mean? But everybody ain't gonna come to this right here. Some people, unfortunately, gonna have to come to this realization behind a brick wall, behind a cell. You know what I mean? Or 6 feet under. I'm blessed and highly favored. I'm just, fortunate that God brought it to me where I could still bring fruit to this world and be out here smelling this fresh air. You feel me? Yeah. I just was thinking out loud though. Do y'all be on y'all worldly thing like the Ukraine Zelensky situation with Vladimir Putin and Russia? Shout out to the UK and all them. I got some supporters out there. Folks that be really tapped in with me and DM and all that old stuff. Are y'all tapped in with what's going on in the world? Or are y'all just, section out to this little underworld thing that's going on? Huh? Because in my mind, I'm thinking about the Zelensky. He denied a trade with Vladimir Putin. In my mind, I'm thinking Vladimir gonna take it anyway. Why not just save yourself some bloodshed? I'm just thinking out loud, though. Let's continue. Let me read, see who's all up in here, up in this thing. Like and comment and share the page, y'all. That's for sure. Let me see what y'all talking about up in here. Jumbo Loke, what's happening, man? I see you, seeing you up in here. AOB say, I caught the lie for sure, man. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit inconsistent, a little bit. I go after the bag, man. So, when I had a free time, that's when I got to pop in. You know? Van Peace said, what's up, man? How you doing, Van Peace? Huh? Joe Biden, yo. Uh-huh. Peace to the guys, you dig? What's crack-a-lackin'? They say, long live Jesus. What's the deal? They say, a stew boy blew my little homie. Check this out. Nobody that puts a bottle in his mouth and his ass is my little homie. Get out of here. You know what I mean? But the force with the nigga strong. Peace to Allah, long live the hustle. Remy Jeremy, what's happening, dog? LB say, man, you know that feeling when they facing time and you be thinking that they solid the whole time until they separate you in that holding tank? Man, hey, that's just like that feeling when you be on your way to the prison, eating and breaking bread with niggas all the way to prison. And when you get to that level 4, and they be taking niggas up out of that tank and separating niggas, putting them to the side. You like, hey, bro, where you going? Niggas that was talking all that Johnny Blaze on the way there. Straight PC as soon as you get there. That shit ridiculous. Yeah, on the real. Hold on. Yes, indeed. Talk to me. I talk back though. What's up with the situation with Rick Rock versus Loose Cannon brother? Huh? That's crazy. That's a fight that I just could not take. I can't risk it. We don't be fighting that old Saucy Santana movement. What if he win? Nigga crazy. Huh? They say Loose Cannon brother is batting for the other side. Would y'all take that bout? Not even just anybody from the other side, but y'all take that bout. That's one of them situations where you be like, man, yeah, you right, bro. Keep on pushing, man. Tap in, no. What's the deal, though? Hmm? Everybody up, like, comment, and subscribe. Share the page, man. But yeah, though, man. So the backstory, what we talking about and what's going on is the Big U situation and all that stuff. I know I took y'all down and through there with the Rick Rock situation, but the backstory is Loose Cannon separating himself from Big U, which is so scary and alarming. You know what I mean? Will make your heart sink to the motherfucking ocean floor. You know, but at the same time, I seen so many homies in deep water. I seen so many homies that knew that they wasn't like for example, there was a guy that was in so much hot water and he was looking as if he wasn't gonna be able to get up out of something, and he had his homies go ahead and pile it on. Like, man, you know what I mean? But that takes a certain type of dude that could take a pinch, huh? And you can't be shackled to the policy to do that. I mean, it take a lot of balls. I can't do it. If you a better man than me, I'd rather go ahead and get 12 in the box. You know what I mean? Go ahead and pick the jury. You know. But sometimes, you know what I mean. I seen dudes take big deals just for one of the homies don't get washed, and that's just another example. But when you consider this situation and you trying to bring this into perspective with the Operation Drawdown and all that situation, Big, you a little bit too selfish to be taking the pinch for other people. Come on, man. Any dude that was still hugging the block and picking up 200-300 on extortion. Come on, bro. And your son playing in the NFL. Yeah, nigga, you might be selling 3.5s. Huh? I mean, who's to say he not? You sure look, man, you reaching for low bearing fruit. Extorting niggas all the way until you got arrested for $200 and $300. That, man, come on. Come on, bro. You must be trying to get a Bossa Nova meal or something. Man, get out of here. That's too small, man. Dudes, man, you got to think big. Yeah, we can't have people like that to lead us into the future when they reaching for low bearing fruit, low hanging fruit. The ripest stuff at the top. Hmm. Man, don't you know there's so many species that we probably haven't even discovered at the ocean floor? It's a wealth of treasure. Huh? We'll never starve. But that's the logic that the brother should have had. You know what I mean? Logic the brother had. When Eddie Boy get back on the platform, I'm gonna have to go ahead and be his ignorance to, because the brother is so righteous, so I always gonna have to turn left and be objective. That's when my alter ego gonna come out. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna get this type of logic. I'm going completely left. I'm gonna let him be the voice of reason on most of that old stuff. Eddie Boy, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know, it just don't make sense to both of us to be on the same page. I let that nigga go ahead and wallow. I'm gonna get leave this thing on out. But right now, in this perspective, I want to drop some jewels on y'all. Hmm? Yeah, I want to drop some jewels. I've been a young adolescent out there, broken, emotional. What? The broke nigga starter kit used to come home, move in with an old girl, a down bad mother or two, with Section 8 move in, get myself together. Huh? No, man. I was cold as ice long ago. So I could speak from that perspective. This the only reason why kids gonna listen to me. They could resonate. All that old stuff that that drum y'all be beating to the kids, they like, they different. But somebody that's in the street, they need to hear somebody that was just like them, that transcend to something bigger. So y'all, in the name of the man almighty, man, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. And y'all have a nice one. Long live the hustle.